And another thing, I realize I'm saying another thing, but that's because this is stemming off the last video. I realized, y'all, I made a video on TikTok about it, but it was like very quick and like summed up. But I just kind of want to expand on it. And I just wanted to say that, like, I realized I don't want to be, I do want to be loved. Like, love me, but don't love me, care for me. Don't love me, care for me. But let me explain, okay? I feel like to care is love in action. Don't love, well, confirmation honk. Don't love me as a noun. Love me through your actions. And I feel like to love somebody through your actions is to care, because care implies consideration. If you care about something, you actually do what you have to do to maintain it. And I used plants for instance. If you care about a plant, you water it. You make sure it has sufficient sunlight. You make sure it has plant food. You make sure you prune it if things start to overgrow and you know, you know that could possibly kill the plant. Just like in your relationships, right? You water it, you nurture it through communication, through consideration, through trust. And if things start creeping in that could disrupt the trust, or that could shatter or shake or kill the foundation, you cut it off, you prune it away, because you care enough to maintain that connection. So I just want to say, like, again, I've been sitting with the concept of love for the last 6 months, legit. Like, and it's like self-love, but it's also the way that I want to see love expressed and through my connections with others. And I just feel like, don't, you could, anybody could say they love me. I've had so many people say that they love me, but then your actions show that you don't care. How do you love me if you don't care? If you care for me, you are mindful of how your actions and behaviors and the way that you show up in the world are going to impact me. If you care for me, you are considering my feelings as you go throughout your day. Like, okay, I could go throughout my day and not text her all day and tell her, like, hey, I'm gonna be busy, but like, how is that gonna make her feel? If you care, you would just shoot a text and be like, hey, I'm gonna be busy today. Just let me know, because communication is such a big thing. And I just feel like, excuse me, I also used Xboxes or PlayStations. My bad, everybody don't like Xboxes. But like, when y'all have a game system, to the men and the gamer girlies, but if you have a game system, you do what you have to do to maintain it, don't you? You make sure that it stays clean. You keep your disc in the cases. I know everything is like mostly online, but y'all don't be obtuse right now. Just stick with me, okay? You make sure the games stay in the cases, and you make sure that it's wiped down and your controllers are free from sticky residue. You don't just be you know, eating and dropping stuff all over the game, or just like, you know, you actually make sure it's maintained. You make sure it's updated. You make sure it don't get no viruses and stuff like that. You maintain it because you care. And that's how I want to be loved. I feel like love is very floaty and care is very rooted, because love sounds so, why I want to say frou-frou. Is that a word? Do people say that? Love sounds so frou-frou and just like, oh, so whimsical. But like, we not bashing my girl love now, because she know what I mean when I say that. But care is like putting love into action. That was just so sensual. Like, every time I say that, care is love in action. That sounds so sensual. That is so intimate. Care is so intimate. Because I'm just thinking, like, if you have a wound, you care for it. But you care for it because you love yourself, and you don't want the wound to like infect your body and something to happen, right? Like, aftercare, if you get like tattoos or piercings or something, like, You care for it because you love what you just got. You're expressing your love, your gratitude, your appreciation through the way that you care, because you're showing consideration for what's going to happen if you don't maintain and nurture this thing properly. And that's just like relationships, whether romantic or platonic. Like, I feel so emotional, just like really sitting with this. It's making my heart and my womb space like, there's a kind of calming, there's a kind of warm sensation, a kind of ease. Like, I can breathe, I can relax my shoulders. Care is consistent. Care is consistent, because to maintain means you have to be consistent. You can't just show up that one time. You can't just say I love you. You have to care. Caring is consistent over time. And sometimes when you're caring for something, ooh, spirit, baby, you're eating today. Sometimes when you care for something, the care instructions change, the maintenance change. Yep, because that thing matures, that thing grows, and that thing evolves. That thing updates. So now you have to care for it in a different manner. Caring is maintaining, is consistency, honey, because now your Xbox needs an update, so you have to maintain. But now the settings and stuff on it are different. When the iPhones update, the settings and things change on the phone, so now you have to use the interface in a different way. And needs a different kind of maintenance now. You have to care for it differently. That's just like in your relationships. People grow, people evolve, and now you have to care for them in a different way. Hey, I know that before I was okay with you joking and saying these things about me, but that's before I realized how that made me feel. And I'm understanding now that this totally makes me feel upset when you say these things, because this actually means this to me, or this is actually important to me. So it upsets me when you joke about those things. So now you can either continue to joke about them in that way because that's what we used to do, or you can take care to maintain this relationship and respect the boundary that I've set and care enough to maintain the relationship through a different level of maintenance. Hey, I know that usually I'm okay with you being inconsistent with your text messaging and stuff like that, but if you're gonna go all day and you're gonna be busy, I would really appreciate it if you would let me know that, because I've been feeling really anxious for the last few days and I kind of need stability and consistency. So it will really help me if you would just communicate, because that would add a level of stability to my life right now that I really need. And you could continue to show up in the way you've been showing up, or you can care about what I'm saying. But I love you. So care enough to change it. Do you love me enough to care? Do you love me enough to maintain this relationship? Consistency. That's why we get into relationships and there's a certain level of care right at the beginning, right? You get into a relationship and it's all fun and it's all passionate. It's like, he used to buy me flowers and he used to take me on dates, and now he doesn't do any of that. His level of maintenance has changed. He cared here and now his care has gone down. What changed? There's a conversation to be had there, because now you are not meeting me in this consistency. If we're going to have this level of change, excuse me, and the maintenance is going to change, then I need to know what that looks like and why. We need to communicate about what that is and how I can better show up for you. How can I better be of service to you? How can I better care for you? How can I continue to maintain this connection because it's important to me? Yeah. Hey, I know that it used to be okay for you to text and call me all day, every day, or at any hours of the night, but I realized that I've just really been tired and I'm kind of trying to take care of myself right now. So I've been needing a lot more space, and I would just appreciate it if you could still show up and be here, but just understand that I'm needing a little more time to myself. And you can either continue to text and call at all hours and times of the day, and you could be mad that I'm not answering, or you can respect that boundary and say, hey, okay, I hear what you're saying. What would work better for you? How can I better maintain this? How can I show you I care? Oh, Spirit, you ate. I'm so glad I redid this message because I was going to post the original one from TikTok. But like when I post on TikTok, I be feeling like you be having to wrap stuff up, and I don't have time for that. That's another thing. I do like to talk, and sometimes I can talk a lot. But I realize I'm meant for long form content. I'm meant to be felt. I'm not meant to be scarfed down. I'm meant to be digested. I'm meant to be felt. I'm meant to sit in your body. Yeah, because it takes a minute to digest. Yeah, and I don't feel like I'm not gonna rush. You really gotta take your time. And that's a new standard for me. That is a new boundary for me. So only connections that align and can meet me at this level. If you care, can be here. If you care enough to maintain this level of intimacy, this level of consistency with me. Because I used to be so open and just able to communicate and be there for everybody, and I was like, honey, I can't, because I'm so sensitive to emotions. And the people that don't care or aren't able to maintain, they're not here. And they're not bad, they're just not aligned. So yeah, anybody could say they love me, but show me, prove it. If you love me, show it through your actions. Caring is love in motion. Ooh, to care is to love in motion. To care is love in action. Caring is consideration. To care is to maintain, is to nurture, is to water. To care is to be considerate, is to be consistent. I have to sit with that and digest that. Yeah, y'all ate. I love that. I hope this resonates. I hope that you know that you're worthy of connections that show you the same kindness, grace, compassion, and care that you show others. I hope you know that you're worthy of more than just hearing I love you, but I hope you know that you are actually worthy of seeing love in motion. You are worthy of people caring for you. Yeah, the way you care about yourself. Because to care about yourself is to love yourself. Dang, this is such a beautiful resolution. I was gonna say resolution, resignation, revolution, revelation. Thank you. This is such a beautiful revelation. I just want to sit in this energy because it feels so good. Yeah. Don't love me. Care for me. Okay. I love you. And I care for you. So be that.